Hot 91.7, your mega hit station. A pleasant Tuesday. Good afternoon to each and all. Welcome to your TRAPSY Tuesday edition of the show. Whoa. Brought to you courtesy of none other than KFC. Thank you so much. City of Hope. Shore Wind is doing it big for you with March Madness. All right. Make sure you stop on in for your chance to win, as well as Atlantis. As you know, this weekend it is all about Shaggy live at Atlantis Jerk Jam. So make sure you plan to be there this weekend. All right, Atlantis doing it for you in a major way. BK has got us this hour as well. So you know what to do. You know what to do. Get ready for another crazy Trapsy Tuesday edition of the show. Good afternoon to everybody locked and loaded. You know what it is? Facebook. Hello to y'all. All right. I love it. I love it. We are Hot 917 and Natural Empress on Facebook. And then, of course, to the talkers, I got to say big shout out to all of those that are watching via the TikTok platform. Natural Empress on TikTok. All right. The Natural Empress on TikTok. Boy, let me tell y'all something. Real talks. Y'all know we get down on a Tuesday. It gets crazy around here. I save all of the trapsiness for a Tuesday. And today is absolutely no different from any other Tuesday. Because listen to me, I save Tuesdays for the stories that I gather on my daily movements throughout the 242, NASA in particular. All right. And of course, when I travel as well, because boy, let me tell y'all something. I got this story while I ain't gonna tell y'all where I got it from. But know that I save these Trapsy Tuesday topics from, stories that people bring to me. And sometimes when I hear them, I'm like, you know what? This can't be true, because I thought I have heard it all in my how much years of doing this show. But every time I hear another story, I'm like, okay, obviously I haven't heard it all. And today is no exception. What I'm bringing to the table today, again, there's absolutely nothing new under the sun when it comes to sweethearting. We know that is the number one pastime in the 242. All right. We're not taking anything away from that fact. All right. Just as Jesus loved the little children, we know sweethearting is the number one pastime in the 242. All right. Whether or not it's going to be legalized is another story, because it seems like you have more people doing it than than persons who are still willing to be faithful. All right. Sad but true, but it's a topic that we could get into another time. All right. Where those statistics, where those are concerned. What I want to talk about today is the brassiness. See, because on Tuesday, I just let it all hang out. All right. I ain't going to be proper English for the most part. All right. I can give it to y'all as it is. Listen to me. It has become so trapsy that people just have no regard for human emotion. People have no regard for this sacrament of matrimony. And I'm talking about the sweethearts. There's nothing sweet about people who could be so cold and so devious, right? But guess what? What goes around will always come around. When I talk about karma, that lady named Karma, be careful. All right, that's the word to the wise. Before I get into today's story and today's trapsiness, I just want to say to all of you that are out there doing it, when you think you're doing it well, it's going to come back and slap you in the face. All right, I promise you. And today's story is, like I said, no exception. Now, there was a time when persons used to be, I would say, just for lack of a better word or expression, people were more mindful when it came to playing the second fiddle, when it came to being on second base and you trying to make that home run. Some never even wanted to make the home run. They wanted to just stay on second base and get comfortable, right? They wanted to pitch their tent right on second base. No problem. Some, for whatever the reason is, your reason for being the second fiddle, whether it is for financial gain, whether it is for a little bit of companionship, now and again, you take what you could get, But nowadays, people have become so brassy, and it's alarming. It's actually scary. And today's story, let me tell y'all something. When I heard this, a lot of y'all, when I ruffle these feathers today, a lot of y'all gonna come for me through the radio, not for me, but for the person that happened to, rather, right? Y'all gonna come through the radio or through the screen on social media for me when I tell y'all this story today. All right. So I'm going to take a quick break right here, as I've already set the stage for Trapsiness. It's coming your way in just a second. So keep it locked. Free your mind on a Trapsy Tuesday right here on your mega hit station. We're Hot 91. Hot 91.7, your mega hit station. Welcome back. Free your mind on a Trapsy Tuesday. Woo, good to see you all. Facebook is lit. Got to send a big shout out to everybody on TikTok, the Natural Empress on TikTok. Good to have you all here present and ready for another edition of Trapsy Tuesday. So, for all of you that are just joining me, I want y'all to know the phone lines are open as well. 605-2038, 605-2039. Get in where you fit in. All right. Get it off your chest. So, whether it is you're going through the same thing or you have some advice to give to the persons that are involved in today's saga. All right. Again, I'd love to hear your voices on it. 605-2038, 605-2039 are the numbers to call. All right. So again, on this Trapsy Tuesday, the moral of the story before I truly get into it, like Anya said, know your role. All right. Because, I could sit there and tell y'all, don't do it. When you see people husband or you see people wife, leave them alone. Let them do them. But a lot of you will step out. But I don't have no heaven or no hell to put y'all in. All right. So whatever you want to do, you're going to do it. Right. But just know this, that it's going to come back and it's going to haunt you one way or another. And if it don't fall on you, it's going to fall on your children's them. All right. So here's the story. So this lady, again, like I said, I don't go looking for these stories. These stories seem to go looking for me. And it's okay. I'm going to bring it to you guys. This young lady, pregnant with twins. All right. She is 7 months pregnant. This is a very recent story. All right. She was seven because she's had the baby since this story. So 7 months pregnant and got a phone call from her husband's boss. Okay. Her husband's boss is a female. All right. And got a call from the husband's boss. And when she saw the number, calling, she automatically, and y'all know what, if all of y'all that been pregnant, y'all know what it is. When you hit that 7 months mark, you get stupidly emotional. All right. You cry for no reason. You're miserable because you're big. You're uncomfortable. Your ears black, your neck black, your nose spread. All of those things are going on, and your emotions are silly. They're like on serious roller coasters. They're all over the place, right? So she gets this call, and it is her husband's boss calling. Now, they ain't no friends. They ain't no boys. They know each other. She's not one of those wives that, hang out to the company. She don't drop off food. His work is his work and her work is hers. And her pregnancy, she's been, again, with twins. She's definitely heavy down. So she's basically at home. So the minute she sees the husband's boss calling, automatically she goes into panic mode. She's thinking to herself, something has happened on the job, right? Something has happened to him. So this woman is calling to let her know that either her husband, but this is what she's saying to me, that she thought maybe he was in an accident. So the minute she said hello, she asked, what happened to, and I'll just use, let me see who name I can use for now. Who on this live right now? Okay, Chad, right? She wanted to know what happened to Chad, right? So the lady says to her, oh, no need for the panic. No need for you to be all alarmed. I'm just calling to let you know that I am coming over to your house to have a conversation with you. So she's like, conversation with me? Well, why we can't talk on the phone? What is this all about? And she says, no, I'll wait. This is something that I must say to you or tell you in person. So she's like, okay, all right, cool. Maybe they planning, because this was a year in which the husband would be celebrating, I think, his 10th year with the company. So maybe it is, she figured that, they're going to have some kind of surprise. This is what she's telling me. All right. Maybe they're going to do something special for his 10-year mark, his 10-year tenure with this particular company. So she said, okay, cool. So, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, Rice to say, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe it is, they're going to, plan something special for him. So, fast forward, they get to, the lady comes over to the house, right? And she says to the young lady, the wife, where's Chad? So Chad wasn't at home as yet. So she said she'll go ahead, and this time now when she asks for Chad, she's thinking, okay, this has really got to be some kind of surprise, thing going on, because she wanting to talk without Chad. So she's like, no, Chad's not home as yet. What's going on? So she said, well, I just wanted to be quite frank with you and upfront with you that Chad and I are in love. Hey, woo, what a time in the Lord. Hallelujah. Yeah. So this is how bold these second basers are getting nowadays. You know what I mean? It ain't we ain't trying to fly under the radar anymore. We ain't trying to hold it down and act like it ain't what it is. We coming out swinging. You know what I mean? So she tells her, listen, Chad and I are in love. Now, y'all keep in mind and bear in mind, for all of you that have been pregnant before, right? Think about being 7 months pregnant at the heights of your emotional roller coaster ride, right? Some woman who you know as your husband's boss telling you in your third trimester that she and your husband are in love. Hallelujah. All right. So, of course, to her dismay and to her surprise, she thought it was some kind of sick joke. And she chuckled. She's like, what do you mean you're in love with my husband? And she says, no, not that I'm in love with your husband. We're in love with each other. Okay, sick joke, right? Here comes Chad walking in to this house where his boss is standing in front of his wife, who is 7 months pregnant, and letting, I guess, the cat out the bag. All right, meow. All right. And letting her know that they're in love. So she looks at Chad and she's like, what is this woman talking about? And he says, you know what? I can be honest with you because honesty is still the best policy. And nothing what she said is a word of lie. It's not a lie. We are in love. And she's like, what are you talking about? We're expecting twins in a matter of months. Is this some kind of sick joke? And he was like, no, I don't want to go any further with our marriage and these children. I just want to be totally honest with you. I'm out. Like Vibes Cartel, what's under my nose? I'm out. All right. And he decides that this is it for him. He's abandoning his marriage for his boss, who is quite well off. All right. She's not broke. I can't tell you all who she is. All right. So don't ask. But she's pretty well off. And she decides that, she now, as the man, I would say Chad dangerous. Yes, Chad is very dangerous. So here it is now, the young lady, meaning the boss, is going to say to her, I am fully aware that you are pregnant with twins and you are his wife, but I know for a fact that this house, or this, well, it's not even a house, it's a condo, right? This condo belongs to him and his family. We're going to want you out. And she was like, but this time Chad ain't saying nothing. Chad is letting the boss lady do all the talking, right? And she's demanding that she leaves the condo. So she's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm pregnant first and foremost, right? And what's his is mine. I mean, could they married, right? So she's like, no. I got a better idea. Because she's saying to her, I have nowhere to go. I don't have no family like that. I'm pregnant with 2 children, right? I don't think I'm going anywhere. So she says to her, well, here's the deal. And now this is where it gets really, really sick, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to know that some terrible things is be going on in the 242 when y'all go on to bed at night, right? When y'all done pee and gone to bed, people are doing some weird things out in this here Bahama land, all right? This woman looks at this 7-month pregnant lady and says to her, let me cut you a deal. Y'all ready for the deal? So I was thinking the same thing. She says to her, I am fully aware that you have nowhere to go, right? I will cut this deal with you. I will buy you a house once you give me one of those babies. Let me say that again for the people in the back. The lady says she will buy her a house, East or West New Providence, you choose, once you give me one of those babies. Because, and in her exact words, she said, I ain't trying to spoil this. And she shows her figure. All right. If you give me one of the babies, I will buy you a house. East New Providence or West New Providence, your choice. So, of course, to her dismay, she's thinking, this lady can't be serious. Now, the natural emotion is to tell this woman to CYC, right? Pretty much, right? But she says a light bulb went off in her head. And I'm going to take a break right now and tell y'all how this story all panned out. But to just to add insult to injury, she tells the woman, okay. Simply put, she tells the woman, okay, because my back is against the wall. I have nowhere to go. And without Chad, pretty much I'm not in a good place because Chad, if Chad is so cold to tell his wife with his sweetheart, who is his boss, that he's pushing out, we know that he has no intention on helping her raise those children. And here it is, Chad is standing there asking for one of the babies for his girlfriend. The lady says, okay, we can have a conversation about it. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to take a quick break right here. Free your mind on a TRAPSY Tuesday, only here on your mega hit station. Listen to me, folks. Real things be happening in the 242. A lot of things are happening behind closed doors. This one says, this got to be a joke. I wish it was. And Anya says, she's still living? Yes. You see, let me tell you something. People know, we have a saying here in the Bahamas that pig know where to rub their skin. All right. In Jamaica, they say duppy know who for frighten. All right. And I'm sure in other parts of the world, they got something else to say. Right. But the truth of the matter is, you know who to pick your battles with. You know exactly who you could push over. You know exactly who you could run them kind of talks and them games with. Right. And this woman decided that she could look at the wife and know that the wife is pretty docile. I don't want to say pushover, but she could tell, it wasn't going to be no scrapping. And she's 7 months pregnant. And if you're a real mother, you are not, I lied, never mind. I take that back. I was going to say, you're not going to jeopardize your unborn child's well-being. And I took it back because there was a time in my 7 months I had to drag somebody. I'll leave that right there. We're going to take a quick break right here. You know what this is? This is Free Your Mind on a TRAPSY Tuesday right here on your mega hit station. We're Hot 91. Boy, Sean, I had to drag somebody. And like I said, it ain't something I'm proud of, but I had to do it. Hot 91.7, your mega hit station, Free Your Mind on a TRAPSY Tuesday. Shouts out to everybody locked and loaded. If you'd like to get in right now, 605-2038, 605-2039 are the numbers to call if you want to say a little something. Or if, you've been in this position, you have something to share, you have some advice for this. Well, this lady already had babies. All right. But if you just want to get in, 605-2038, 605-2039. I would love to hear from y'all still. All right. So the story goes on, or y'all just here for story time. So the lady decides that she, like I said, a light bulb went off in her head and she agreed. And the husband's boss said, and her exact words was, "Smart girl." Like, girl, who you talking to? Like, here it is. This woman already, she had a plan. Like I said, the light bulb went off, and she decided that she was going to play a game. She was going to play the game with them, right? Because you couldn't be in your right mind thinking that you could try to buy one of my kids because you don't want to destroy your figure. Like, seriously? So here it is. She says, okay, let's go to the lawyer and let's draft this up. And she was like, no, 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 no need for no lawyer. This is what the wife is saying. She's like, listen, let's just get this house, right? Because you don't want no paper trail with no agreement as such, where I'm selling my child or you're trying to buy one of my babies, right? So she says, listen, let's just get the house. She chose a house out west. All right. And the lady didn't flinch. She's like, this lady did not bat an eyelash to the price of the house or anything, because at the end of the day, I don't know if it is that she's not able to bear a child, but she just blamed it on not wanting to spoil her figure, right? She didn't bat an eyelash, and she said, okay. And she allowed the young lady to choose the house. She paid for it and signed whatever it is that she needed to sign to purchase this house. All right, so fine. 7 months now, we're still in this third trimester. There's still a lot of doctor visits. She allowed, now this take a lot of strength and a lot of courage and a lot of je ne sais quoi. I can't even think of the words right now, right? But what she did was she invited the husband's boss and the husband to the very last couple doctor visits. So, she allowed them to check out the ultrasound, and you could see, and it was two girls, right? You could see the girls moving, and they got all attached. And AJ says, so he changed a woman who willing to sacrifice her body to bring him kids, not kids, for a woman who's superficial and don't value him enough to give him none. AJ, I'm so happy that you brought that to light, because a lot of times when you hear of men stepping out or women stepping out, because we can level the playing field today, right? You would want, people always say, step out and do better, right? Find some, if you can step out, make sure that the person is better. And it's not necessarily only in looks, but it should be in value as well. Because sometimes you see the looks and you're like, child, that's a downgrade. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily so, because everything is not about looks, but about value, about, your morals. So here it is. He is willing to, like AJ say, be with somebody who doesn't want to sacrifice, all that a woman goes through in bringing forth life for, and here it is, you're soliciting your own child. Y'all ain't catch on to that party. Here it is, you are making a deal with a woman who's bearing your child, that it's very much your child already. But y'all know how us women go. Our children is ours. All right. Sorry, men. That's just the way we're made up. We talk about it being our child. All right. So here it is now. They're now at the doctor's visits. They're getting to, she was very, very crafty. I'll just put it to you like that. She allowed them to come to the doctor's visits. I want y'all to believe, down to the baby shower, these people was to the shower. The boss's wife and the boss, but nobody knew anything, because as far as her friends and everybody knew, and his friends, that's his boss. And I guess those who know what was going on, I get, he got that one boy, he tell, me and my boss be bossing, you know what I mean? But generally speaking, nobody else knew what was going on. You just saw the boss at the baby shower. And of course, she's one of them type of people who very flashy. So, she had to buy the biggest gifts. And at the end of the day, she making sure that the other baby's straight, because she made it quite clear to her that the baby, and this is in all her sales, her pitch, that her child will be well taken care of, will be going to the best schools, wearing the best. Here comes the superficialness. They'll be wearing the very best and living, la vida loca. All right. So they're at the shower and everything. So here comes delivery day. I ain't gonna tell y'all what hospital they've been to, but y'all could pretty much figure it out, right? They show up to the hospital because she calls them when her water broke. Y'all following this story? Like I said, some crazy things be going on in the 242. I swear. LMN can done. So here it is, the water break, and she calls them and lets them know that it's time to come to the hospital. So here we go now. She said she told them her only dilemma is she doesn't know, not that she ain't gonna give them one of the babies, she just don't know which one. All right. So she says, at least allow me to see them both in live and in living color, right? And then I will decide. AJ says, does feel kind of used as if he just with her for money. She can't give him kids. It ain't for that. He had a home. It ain't that. The only thing she got to offer the man that he wasn't getting from the wife was money. And AJ, though that may be true, I want you to believe in a lot of our people, that is the deciding factor when it comes to what a wholesome relationship looks like, or what motivates them, what keeps them is your financial standings. A lot of people, me and a friend of mine was having a conversation as recent as yesterday or today. And she said, I am still, I guess, a hopeless romantic. I still believe in love. So am I. Right? A lot of people ain't into love no more. And that's a conversation we could have for another day. Does love still exist? Are people still looking for love? Are you still in love? Are you still thriving and fighting to be in love? Again, a topic for another day. But nevertheless, let me hurry this one up real quick so I can tell y'all what happened. Babies are born, two beautiful little girls. And, funny enough, both of them almost 7 pounds. 6.5 was one. The other was almost 7 pounds. And they decided now that, she looked at the two children, and the husband's boss said, okay, cool. She even give the woman a chance to put the two babies on her breast and, feel them out. Nothing. She's like, okay, so which one is mine? Yeah. Ooh, sweet Jesus. Only the 242. She says, which one is mine? And she said, none. Pardon me? What you mean none? She says, I'm not giving you, woman, you gotta be crazy. Giving you one of my children. I had to tell you any of my children was up for sale. She says, yeah, but you said if I bought you the house, right, that you were gonna give me one of the babies. She said mouth, what she say? Mouth cut crossways, mouth could say anything. I was like, okay, that's a different one for me, but all right, cool. She says, we had a verbal agreement. We had nothing in writing, and my name is the only signature on the title of that house. So guess who the house belongs to? Hey, drum roll for that smart woman. So needless to say, they're divorced, and her babies have a beautiful house out west. And when y'all drive past, just blow and, wave. I can't tell y'all nothing else but to give this woman a round of applause, because at the end of the day, to keep up that facade and that charade in the midst of your third trimester, where you are, sucking it up to the best of your ability to definitely win this battle and definitely kick them where it hurts, right? She did that. So I just want to say congratulations to her. I mean, winning a beautiful house is a great thing. But at the end of the day, y'all think about the price that she had to pay, where sucking it up is concerned and trying to control her emotions, knowing that she had her eye on the prize. At the end of the day, she's still a winner. She lost her husband. She gained two beautiful girls and a beautiful house right here in Nassau, Bahamas. So shouts out to her. This one says the Holy Spirit guided her. Yeah, because think about it. Your husband's boss is, and this is a woman that right? Telling you that they're in love, and you ain't reach out and wet her one. You know what I mean? A light bulb goes off in your head and says, listen, play this like this, right? That gotta be the Holy Spirit. Got to be. So I agree with you. This person on TikTok that says the Holy Spirit led her. This one says last laugh. Yeah, man, it's the best laugh. This one says when she drive to that new house. Yep. This one says never let them know what you're thinking. Again, the moral of the story is cheaters never win. All right. That about does it for me, folks. Another Trapsy Tuesday right here on your mega hit station. Shouts out to the wifey gal. You're good because I don't know. I don't think many of us could do that, play that kind of game. Because the trimester, that's about 7 months. You got a whole 2 months and you inviting them and they're coming willingly to your doctor visits and they're all involved and they're showing up to the shower and buying the most, lavish gifts, and your husband doing that with a straight face. Boy, God ain't pleased. Anyway, folks, that's the end of a Trapsy Tuesday right here on your mega hit station. You know what it is. We are definitely Hot 91. Top of the hour, 5 o'clock. You're driving 5 with yours truly, and DJ AI comes your way right here on Hot 91.